Just adding a drop of essential oils while baking can elevate a recipe. It's this flavorful twist, and Rachel with doTERRA joining me in the GTU kitchen to make lavender scones this morning. This is comfort food to me. I love scones.
And kind of one of those summer afternoon treats or tea party.
With a spot of tea.
Yes. With
Are they easy to put together?
They are. If you are familiar with a pastry cutter, or even if you're not, like, we can get you going really quickly.
Well, you and I were over here listening to the Footloose performance while you were cutting in to the flour with your pastry cutter.
Yes. I figured I'd do a little bit ahead of time. We'll kind of show you how to get started, but then, you know.
Okay, what are you adding in there, Rachel?
This is cubed butter. I cubed it and I stuck it back in the refrigerator. One of the keys to good scones is pockets of fat, so you get a bit of that flakiness. But if your butter isn't chilled, it's just going to melt right away. And
So
you're not going to get
easier
those
to work with when you
Yes.
start cutting it in if it's cold.
Yes, and you're going to keep those pockets until it gets into the oven so that they can kind of melt and do their thing.
Okay, good tip.
So I've already got my flour, my sugar, I've got yeast in here. You can do baking powder as well. I like the flavor of yeast. It's not as in your face.
Okay.
And salt in here. And then you just toss your butter in and you just start working it in.
Get out that pastry cutter.
Yes, or 2 forks, you can do that too. When you're done, it should look like this, where you've got kind of like these, you know, larger sizes and smaller sizes.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you say it's like a crumbly dough?
Yeah, don't be afraid of having different sizes of, you know, little butter pieces in there. So once you've got that going, you kind of make a little well in the middle. And before we add our milk, we want to get our lavender oil in, which is our secret ingredient.
So
of the
how
day.
much of that are you adding?
You know what? It's really powerful stuff. So I'm taking a toothpick,
Okay.
and I'm going to dip it in about 1/2 of an inch down on the toothpick.
This is my favorite oil from doTERRA. This is the one I use the very, very most.
And
Would
then
you
you
agree? Do you use this the most?
This one I feel is especially good when you have kids.
It's calming.
It's very calming.
It is.
Which is one of the uses for it. In fact, the ancient Romans and Egyptians figured this out long before we knew it, and they were right. It's very calming and soothing and relaxing.
I don't know if you noticed, she just dipped that toothpick in and then swirled it, so it's
Yes.
not too overpowering.
Yes.
Just a little lavender flavor.
Yes, so my husband likes this with a full drop, but my kids do not.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Whatever you added, like already, I can smell that lavender, and it's what I put on my pillow at night.
Oh, it's also good if you ever rubbed it on the soles of your feet.
Yes, and then you put your socks on, like your fuzzy socks on.
Yes. So if it's too powerful on your pillow, rub it on the soles of your feet.
Good tip. Now you're just working that in there.
Now I'm just mixing it up, and it might not seem like enough liquid at first, but it kind of takes a minute to hydrate through the flour.
When you bake with the lavender, is it still is it aromatic with the scones, or is it just a light flavor?
It depends on how much you use. With the amount we're using, it's just a subtle kind of floral scent that's really good with, you know, if you want to add like a berry jam when you're eating them or something like that.
And it smells and tastes like summer. It's just light.
It does, yes.
Okay, so now you're ready to work that dough.
Yeah, so now
and
you
form
just
it.
you pull it into a ball.
If you've over-made banana bread, everybody, it is time to try lavender scones instead. I'm talking to myself here. If you've had enough with making all the different breads, like, this is just fun to make a scone and put it together. They last a long time too.
Yeah, I saw a lot of banana bread during the pandemic, but not a lot of scones.
No,
It's time for scones.
I'm with you. And sourdough bread, right?
Oh, lots of sourdough bread, yeah. So you
We
just
have about
slowly
60 seconds left. I know you
got
said this is one of those recipes that might take a little bit of time to put together and explain.
Yeah, so you can keep working it. I mean, don't work it too much, but slowly,
Okay.
you know, convince it to come into a ball. You move it to a floured surface, pat it down with a bit, like that, and then you can flour the top or your rolling pin. You roll it out until you've got, about an inch thickness.
Okay.
Then you cut it. I like to roll it into a square. I cut it into 9. Then I move them to a lined baking sheet, and I brush them with a little bit of milk, sprinkle them with sugar, and stick them in the oven, and that's it.
For how long?
16 minutes is the sweet spot in my
And
oven.
just look for that golden brown. Here's the finished product, everybody. Do you see just around the edges, the sugar caramelizes on top, right? And then you
Yes.
have that golden brown edge. And you've got your lavender scone. Where can people get lavender if they've not tried it from doTERRA?
on doTERRA.com.
And by the way, the recipes are doTERRArecipes.com, and that's where you can find all the fun things that Rachel puts together because she's doing exciting recipes for doTERRA all the time. She shared this one with us, so go to our website if you'd like to make these, abc4.com/GTU. It will be right there along with all of doTERRA's information. Do you do butter on there and cream? Like, how do you like your scone?
Well, classic English would be clotted cream and a little bit of jam, but butter would be good.
With your spot of tea.
Oh, yes. Little creme fraiche is really good.
A little bit of anything, and those will melt in your mouth. Rachel, thank you so much for being in the kitchen. And I feel calm, Saray, because I smell the lavender over here. We are breaking down a few Gen Z phrases when we come back on the show.
Oh gosh, I'm not looking forward to that. But then pairing cabinet doors and plants will show you how to make this fun DIY project. Then in GTU Hour 2, prepping for freshman year, we'll tell you which must-have items every college-bound student needs. Nisha's daughter is showing us next.
Tile for the Good Things Utah kitchen, provided by Floor & Decor.